I wore the same thing I always wore on the night of an examination. My fedora. Black dinner suit and tie. My face was clean, shaven and smooth. My Oxfords were tied in a neat knot. There was no room for slipping up. Ironic, as it seemed to become a recurring theme of the evening.
Gentlemen, ma'am, I don't mean to be pushy, but we have got to get to the bar on this by 8 o'clock tonight. I've got a date and I won't be a minute late.
I'll get out of your hair right now. I've done nothing wrong.
You're a suspect of this crime. For all I know,
I've done nothing unlawful.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
Harrison was suspicious, but he seems too smart, too well-spoken, to do something so foolish.
Miss Edwards should have known better than to show his face while we were working on it.
Don't speak about Mr. Edwards like that. He's a good man.
Or he was.
You don't understand what he meant to me and my wife.
One of you is guilty. And I am learning more and more from every word.
I am certainly not guilty.
It was a heinous crime, pure spite. It puzzles me. Almost certainly one of these gents is the culprit. Sickening.
Stanley, you seem pretty defensive of Mr. Edwards. Is that true, or am I missing something?
He was my wife's employer. Got us through some tough times. Was always good to us.
Did you find any jealousy on your part?
Excuse me?
Did you ever think your wife and Mr. Edwards might...
If you're implying what I think...
It's my job, isn't it? I ask the questions no one wants to.
Stanley is a possibility, but he seems too innocent. His wife was close with Mr. Edwards. Who knows what that could mean? That leaves Harry.
Harry, I'd like to hear what you have to say about this.
Not much I can tell you. I was walking by, heard the screams, saw the blood. I must admit, sleeping hasn't been easy since. I see it in my dreams.
Regret?
What? No. I was just a bystander.
This whole murder business has us all suspicious, but I know who did it. After all, you work with someone for a certain amount of time, you come to know his mannerisms, his lifestyle, and Mr. Harrison is living the life of a killer.
How you came to that conclusion is beyond me. I've never even thought of killing another person. I'm not one to fight, but if you keep playing this accusation game of yours, you'll never hear the end of my lawyers.
Things were starting to heat up. Although Mrs. Lambert's claims lacked evidence, it has got my wheels turning.
Here you can't say that's my...
Please! A man is dead because of one of you. Now sit down.
So, who's this silent film over here?
Me?
What's your name, pal?
Yeah, come on, sport. We don't bite.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the examination room.
Everyone, drop your guns. Go home. This investigation is over.
It's almost midnight now. I missed my date. Who knows if I'll ever get out of this hole? Right as I start to suspect someone slipped up, they go and pull guns on each other. It just doesn't make sense. I know it was one of them, but their stories check out. Edwards. Poor man. He died a victim. It wasn't from a gunshot, not from poisoning. Heck, it wasn't even from a battery. No. There was something sinister, something only revenge could cause.